Welcome to the Harley J Way, the Harley J Way. I'm your host, Harley J. Let's jump right in. What's up? Welcome back to the Harley J Way podcast. My name's Harley J. I'm your host, like always. And today we are going through the Oscar nominees. The Oscars are this Sunday, and I had a plan for this episode, but I accidentally threw it in the trash because I usually write down my plans for the episodes because I don't have the best memory. So I usually write my plans down, but I accidentally threw it in the trash this time. So I decided, you know what? Let me talk about my opinion and who I think is going to win each Oscar in each category for the Oscars this Sunday. I absolutely love the Oscars. I wish I could attend. I've never attended, but I wish I could. I live very close to where the Oscars are hosted. Sometimes you can hear if they clap really, really loudly. I remember once last year I heard a very, very, very faint sound of someone snapping, but really very faint. But I heard it, and it was at the same time of people clapping on the Oscar TV, and I turned the volume down, and I could still hear it, and then it stopped, like right before. Like 5 seconds after it stopped in real life, it stopped on the TV. So I don't know. Could have been nothing, but still. I want to go through the Oscar nominees, and I'm going to tell you who I think will win. Okay, so first off, I'm just going through on the official website for the Oscars. Actor in a leading role. There are 5 nominees this year. Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. Now, I will be honest, I think Bradley Cooper will win, and I think he should win. I think it's between him and Cillian Murphy. Oppenheimer was a huge film, and it was so good. I've only seen parts of it. I haven't seen the entire thing, but what I have seen, it was so good the parts I've seen of it. And, I haven't seen Maestro. I have seen all the trailers and all the clips online. It looks so good, and his performance looks incredible, so I would say it's between the two of them. I don't really care who wins, but yeah. Actor in a supporting role. We have Sterling K. Brown, Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Ryan Gosling, and Mark Ruffalo. For me, this is a weird pick. It's between Ryan Gosling and Robert De Niro. I've seen both Killers of the Flower Moon, which is Robert De Niro, and Barbie, which is Ryan Gosling. And they're both so good. I feel like Robert De Niro has a more dramatic performance, but when you watch Barbie, you're never saying, "Oh, Ryan Gosling is just acting." He's actually in this role. This is who he is. And sorry, I just burped. And honestly, I think it should go to either Ryan Gosling or Robert De Niro. I think the Oscar committee will go to Robert De Niro because Barbie is, in some people's eyes, Barbie is a kids film and it's not serious. Even though I would not say I would say it's an incredible film and it shouldn't be taken as a kids film. It's an incredible film and I loved it so much. But also there's a lot of hate towards Barbie for many reasons. It's a very controversial film, and I think that will make it impossible for Barbie to win in this category. I do think it will win in a different category, but I'll get to that later. So I think it's going to go to Robert De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon, though it could easily go to Robert Downey Jr. Or Mark Ruffalo. But I want it to go to Robert Downey Jr. Robert De Niro. But I honestly think it's going to go to either Robert De Niro or Robert Downey Jr. One of the two, but I want it to be Robert De Niro. Actress in a leading role. We have Annette Bening for Naiad, Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan for Maestro, and Emma Stone for Poor Things. For me, it's between Lily Gladstone and Emma Stone. I don't think both of their names and then Stone. For me, it's honestly the fact that Lily Gladstone didn't feel like her her character just didn't feel like a main character. It felt like more of a supporting character in Killers of the Flower Moon. And no doubt it was an incredible character and it was an incredible performance. But also I feel like it didn't have that much energy and strength to it. I felt like it was, while it was beautiful and it felt realistic, I felt like it just didn't have enough energy. It felt very toned down, which of course is the character, but it felt a little too toned down. So I would say that. But I also think Emma Stone, for Poor Things, I think the reason why I think Lily Gladstone will get it is because Emma Stone, while it was an incredible performance, it was so silly and out there that it didn't really have a chance to sink in. Whenever I see the Oscars, the award always goes to always goes to the most dramatic performance, the most deep performance. Sorry. The award never goes to a comedy actress or a comedy actor or someone. It just never does that. That never happens for actors and for any of the actor roles. But I would say Emma Stone was incredible in Poor Things. But I would say it's between Lily Gladstone and Emma Stone. So, yeah. But I would say Lily Gladstone will win. Okay, actress in a supporting role. Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer. Danielle Brooks, The Color Purple. America Ferrera, Barbie. Jodie Foster, Nyad. Divine Joy Randolph, Holdovers. For this, I would say I really can't figure out who it is. I think Divine Joy Randolph will. I think she'll get the Oscar. She'll win it. But I think that I honestly my pick is America Ferrera because I loved Barbie. It was such a fun film. Performances were incredible. And while I'm not the kind of guy who plays with Barbies, I'm not against it. It was a good film, and I'm a filmmaker myself. And I cried towards the end because just seeing this beautiful character arc, and a big part of that, while that character arc while the character arc itself was Margot Robbie as Barbie, I would say that a big part of what pushed that character arc and what pushed that character to go to where she was at the end of the film was America Ferrera's character. How am I forgetting that? How am I forgetting who she played? I'm searching the cast list because it will say what character she played. She played... Why is this not loading? Do I have horrible Wi-Fi? I think I do, yes, but... Gloria. Look, her character was so good. It really had that emotional depth, and it was just so fun. But I think it's gonna go to Divine Joy Randolph. While I haven't seen the holdovers, the clips I've seen of it looked beautiful. Animated feature film: The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Nimona, Robot Dreams, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I would say it's between The Boy and the Heron and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man, but I think Spider-Man will win because it's one of the past and it's such a revolutionary film. But of course, it doesn't have that revolutionary aspect anymore because this is the sequel, and the first film was super revolutionary. But now so many films have taken up that mantle of taken up the style that made the first Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse so revolutionary. And while it kept that legacy going, I don't think it was anything new. So while I think this will win, I think it should go to The Boy and the Heron, because The Boy and the Heron, Hayao Miyazaki is one of the best filmmakers I've ever seen. I never met him, but I did go to the Academy Museum when there was an exhibit on him. There was a temporary exhibit on Hayao Miyazaki. The first time I ever went to the Academy Museum, and it was such a cool exhibit, and it was so beautiful to see this process of Hayao Miyazaki, and also just to see clips from the films. And it was just, what I've seen of The Boy and the Heron, it was just, I mean, I've seen most of it, but I missed a few scenes here and there because I had to go to the restroom, of course. But like, it was a beautiful film, and it was just so, I don't know, it's hard to describe it. It was just so good, and it was a beautiful film that had so much depth to it, and it was just, I mean, I think it should win, but I think Spider-Man is gonna win, but I won't be mad at that because that's such a good film, and I loved it. But I think it should go to the Boy the Heron. Cinematography: El Conde, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. I would say for this movie, it would either go to Killers of the Flower Moon or Poor Things. Poor Things, it was just such a cinematography and just the world of the world that Poor Things takes place in. It's not really a world; it's more world. Just more this Poor Things. It's such a beautiful film because it's so like weird. It's almost like you're in like a weird dream where everything is weird and like disoriented. And well, most of that is the set design and the production design, and even the props. I would say a lot of it still goes to the cinematography because it was such a beautiful film, and I just can't say that isn't a bad. That was a beautiful film, and I can't say that it wasn't beautiful. That'd be a complete lie, because it was a beautiful film. Though I think it will go to Killers of the Flower Moon because that really pulls you into it. The cinematography pulls you into the film in the first few minutes, and it keeps that high expectation throughout the entire film. One of the first shots, Killers of the Flower Moon opens with this scene of all these men and a few women in this hut, and they were discussing stuff. It's a council meeting, and of course it's all Native American. I'm forgetting what tribe it is, but it was. I mean, first off, the first shots in that little hut is so beautiful because you're up close and you're seeing these characters through almost their own lens, even though you're not seeing them through their own lens, because it's all like you feel like you're in that tent, in that hut, because everyone is so huddled up and close, and the camera is so close to the character, so it feels like you're in the room. But then, as the characters exit, boom, oil explodes from the ground around the tent, and everyone starts dancing in slow motion, and it gets all over them, and it's so beautiful. It is just like golden, oily, black oil, and it is so beautiful, and it's like splashing all up and down everyone, and it is this beautiful scene. It's all in slow motion, and it is so beautiful, and I really want that to win because that shot blew me away, and also those high standards were there for the rest of the film, so it deserves it. Costume design: Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. Look, there was nothing special about Oppenheimer, so I'm going to rule that one out. Barbie was really fun, but I don't think it had. I think it really should win in production design. I don't remember if it's nominated in production design. We'll get there in a second. But I honestly think this should go to Poor Things because those costumes were just so fun. And because Killers of the Flower Moon was nothing special. We've had a lot of time period pieces set around that time, and so we kind of seen a lot of those costumes before. And while while this film showed Native American costumes, it was just so beautiful because while it was amazing and it was better than I would say the best Native American costumes I've ever seen, it's nothing new. We've seen it before. Poor Things, I would say it's out of the box thinking. It's the beauty, yeah, and it's awesome. But I would say for this, it's going to go to Killers of the Flower Moon because Poor Things is just too out of the box. The Oscar committee never votes for that. They never vote for something that's super out of the box. So I'm saying it's going to Killers of the Flower Moon, but I want to go to Poor Things. Directing. Anatomy of the Fall, Justine Triet. Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese. Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan. Poor Things, Yorgos Lanthimos, The Zone of Interest, Jonathan Glazer. This is the category that I hope to be nominated in one day. But I think this should go to Oppenheimer, and I think it is going to go to Oppenheimer because I think directing is a hard thing to judge because it's hard to see where direction fits in because direction is taking all the different elements and putting them all together and fine-tuning them. And I think that Oppenheimer did it the best. I would say Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese has a huge chance because Martin Scorsese is one of the most famous and classic directors of all time. And I think it's between Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon. So between Christopher Nolan and Martin Scorsese. I think it's going to go to Nolan for Oppenheimer. I just think it's going to go there. Documentary feature film. Bobby Wine, The People's President, The Eternal Memory, The Four Daughters, To Kill a Tiger, 20 Days in Marble. I have seen none of these films. I wish I have. They've been on my watch list, but I have not gotten around to watch them because some of them are somewhat new or I feel like I've had many excuses. I've just never had time to watch them. I've been very busy recently, so I just haven't been able to do that. Same with documentary short film, and international feature film. I haven't seen those. I haven't seen those films because I just haven't had enough time to watch them. Or animated short film. I think it's still a category, right? So we'll just go on to film. We'll go to film editing. I would say this has to go to Killers of the Flower Moon because with this film, Killers of the Flower Moon, the Thelma Schoonmaker, who edited this film, cut it so beautiful where the scenes change at the exact right moment, not a second too early, not a second too late, and it creates this dynamic where and it creates this pace where it's not too fast and it's not too slow. It's in that perfect mix, where sometimes you're going a little faster and sometimes you're going a little slower, but it's in the right moments. It's not random, and it's just beautiful because you're cutting when exactly you need to, and it's these beautiful cuts, and it leaves you with some suspense, but not too much, and it pulls it out, but not too much. It stretches that rubber band out, but not far enough that it snaps, far enough that it's stretched, and basically she stretches it out almost as far as it can without snapping, but doesn't take that risk. Because with this film, you want to have suspense, but you don't want to be like, oh no. You want to have suspense, but not too much suspense. You want to feel that rubber band stretching, but you don't want to feel like it's about to snap, and you don't want it to snap. It's exactly that. It's beautiful. Makeup and hairstyling. I'm calling this one. It's going to 4 things. This one was beautiful, and it works so well because it was like I said. I think this is one of the only categories where the Oscars go to these out of the box films. Poor Things was so strange. And I think that the makeup and the hairstyling just made it pop. Emma Stone was so creepy in this, yet so weird but also so interesting. So I'd say it has to go to Poor Things because that was so good. Music original score. While I do think John Williams was incredible for Indiana Jones, it was such a bad film on other levels that I don't think the Oscar committee wants to give it any sort of praise. So I'm saying it's not going to go there. Laura Cartman is incredible at composing music. And I would say that for American Fiction, it was incredible, but I would say I don't know how to explain it. It just wasn't. He didn't live up to the standards of something like Oppenheimer. I feel like Ludwig Göransson is such an incredible composer and he really brings that depth and that he brings depth, and he tells the story with his music, but not in a way where it's just like ups and downs, and he incorporates so many different things. So I think him and Oppenheimer is gonna win. And of course, nominees for that are American Fiction, which is Laura Cartman, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is John Williams, Killers of the Flower Moon, which is Robbie Robertson. Wasn't that special? Oppenheimer, which is Ludwig Göransson. Poor Things, which is Jerskin Vendricks. And like I said, I think it's going to go to Oppenheimer, except it's just really good. Music, original score. I think that this will go to either What Was I Made For from Barbie, or Wa Za Z, A Song for My People from Killers of the Flower Moon. Both songs were so beautiful, and I loved it, and I loved them so much. Though, what I want to see so badly is Ryan Gosling perform I'm Just Ken from Barbie. I need to see that so badly. I need him to get on that stage and perform the song. The nominees, of course, for this are The Fire Inside from Flaming Hot, I'm Just Ken from Barbie, It Never Went Away from American Symphony, Wazazi, A Song for My People from Killers of the Flower Moon, and What Was I Made For from Barbie. I think it's going to go to either Barbie or Killers of the Flower Moon for this. Though, like I said, I need to see a live performance of I'm Just Ken. I need that so badly. Okay? Best Picture. This category is the biggest. It's the best, and it's always last. Except for when the Oscar committee thought it was going to go to Chadwick. Best Actor was going to go to Chadwick Boseman after he passed. So they made that the last category, even though it went to Anthony. What is it? How am I blanking on it? Whatever. Best Picture is almost always last, and it almost always ends the night. The winner collects their awards. After they give their speeches, they're all hugging and cheering. The camera zooms out. The credits roll, and you hear the voiceover of the host saying, "Thank you for joining us for the Oscars." Blackout. The event is over. The event is over. After party time. So I think the nominees for this are American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, The Zone of Interest. Oh, that was insane. This is gonna go to Oppenheimer. I think everyone knows that. It's won so many awards, and it's kind of that film that you just know that it's gonna win. I feel like, when Coda won, we all knew it was gonna win. I feel like every year you know who's gonna win Best Picture. It's like we all knew Everything Everywhere All at Once was gonna win last year because that was such a good film, and everyone knew it was gonna win. There was no doubt about it. And like I said, 2022 we knew Coda was gonna win. 2021 we knew No My Land was gonna win. 2020 we all knew Parasite was gonna. Actually, no, we didn't all know Parasite was gonna win. That was very strange, and my dad wanted 1917 to win, but Parasite won, and that's fine. I'm not mad about it. But this year we all know Oppenheimer's gonna win. I think Barbie should win. I think it was such a. I'm not, like I said, not the guy who plays with Barbies. I don't have a single Barbie. I don't want to play with Barbies. But I was never gonna see Barbie until I was like, oh my god, this film is changing things. It's such a good film, and I was like, okay, I have to see this. And so I decided to see it. And it was an incredible decision because, while I'm not a Barbie person, it was such a good film. And I think Barbie should win Best Picture, but it's almost I'm 99% sure it's gonna go to Oppenheimer. Production design, Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. This is either gonna go to Poor Things or Barbie, because Poor Things, just like I said, it was so out of the box. The sets were so chaotic, but also so beautiful. But Barbie also, it fits into that world of Barbie perfectly. It fits into Barbie Land. It's like the characters live in a life-size version of a Barbie dream house. I actually have no idea what it looks like, but I'm guessing it looks like the actual Barbie Dream Houses, or the live. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm getting confused with myself because I'm thinking about other things. I'm skipping a few. I'm skipping animated short film, live action short film, and sound because I'm not really, because those categories are all filled with films that I either haven't seen or saw a long time ago that I don't remember. So we'll go to visual effects. I think this will go to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 or Mission Impossible. They could easily go to The Creator or Godzilla -1 because those were incredible. It will not go to Napoleon. There was barely any visual effects there, so it's definitely not going to go to Napoleon. But I don't really care who it goes to. Writing for adapted screenplay, I think it's going to go to Barbie because I think the biggest part about Barbie was that its writing, its story was so beautiful. So I think it's going to go to Barbie. I'm hoping for that. For original screenplay, which is our final category, I think this is going to go to actually, I don't know who it's going to go to. I don't know who it's going to go to, and I don't really care who it goes to because I'm not really, while I am a writer, 100% for sure, I'm not as big into this category. I'm not the kind of person that reads that watches the films in this category specifically for this category. I don't pay that much attention to original screenplay. Also, and the films in this category aren't. Either I haven't seen them or I saw them a long time ago. So, yeah. With that, thank you for listening to the Harley J podcast. My name is Harley J. I am your host. I said that at the beginning of the episode, but after the Oscars, so next Friday, I will come back to you. We'll talk about what I got wrong, what I got right, and yeah. So, thank you for listening today, and yeah, peace out.